Hi everybody. Today we're going to be talking about flying staccato. I'm not sure why it's called flying staccato because it's more like spiccato. It's bounced. So anyway, whatever you decide to call it, it basically on the page looks like a bunch of notes in a slur. Usually, maybe like a faster rhythm, like a eighth note or 16th note or 32nd notes, but you can also have maybe quarter notes in that, two notes slurred, for example, or three notes slurred or four notes slurred, quarter notes if they're fast. So basically, flying staccato looks like this. They're all in the same direction. It's like a spiccato stroke, which is back and forth bouncing, but they're just all in the same direction. Or if we're too slow, it's hard to kind of lengthen the stroke enough. I mean, it can be done, but it's typically maybe done with a faster stroke. So what we're going to do is just start out with the same way that we did with spiccato, which is bouncing. And notice where I'm starting in the bow. I'm not starting really low in the bow. I'm kind of around the balance point, but maybe a little higher. And I'm going to start with bouncing. We don't want to bounce too high because if we start bouncing too high, it's harder to control and then we slow down. So keep it tight, keep the down nice and strong so that you can propel the upstroke. And then we're just going to push the bow on an up bow. And you might not get much of a sound. So you kind of have to get a little momentum to actually push the string to vibrate. So I would watch the string, and if you're getting that kind of sound, you're just not getting enough hair under each stroke. So that's basically the flying staccato stroke. You want to try and avoid the upper part of the bow. It's just really hard to control it there. So it's often kind of done in the middle or the lower part of the bow. You'll encounter this actually in the Suzuki books. I forget if it's in book 2 or book 3, but it's kind of a common stroke to run into. So anytime you see a couple notes that are slurred together and they have a dot underneath them, they could be on the string, a firm staccato, or they could be flying staccato. And you'll kind of have to determine that based off of the music. And if it's super contrasting to jump to the firm staccato or the flying staccato, you'll kind of have to use your artistic ear. Or ask your teacher, maybe that they'll have an idea. When you're first learning, of course, they should be telling you what you'll have to do. So I hope you enjoyed. I'll stop rambling. Thank you for being here with me today, and I'll see you all very soon.